Basically, it's 47 by 53. Yeah. 100 times 2 is 200. And then you have the miters is 208, and it's got 210.
Yes, sir.
Long story short,
I can't say per se that Matt took it or.
Well, I guarantee
can't see. I didn't see it.
yeah, I mean,
I can't just say, hey, you did it, you did it, you did it, you did it. I just know the times that we worked together.
I know two things, and I'm not trying to, dispute you.
I know, but
there's two things I know. One, he didn't take the tools. Two, people leave tools a lot.
Well, I understand that. But I know the day that we were on that job that I'm talking about with Jason, all right, and the woodwork, all right. As soon as I was done with my flat bar, I laid it right beside my bag. And it ain't there in my bag or around. I actually went back to that job site yesterday after work just to see on the ground, and it wasn't even there at all.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you what I tell people when they come into a situation like this, because this is not the first time.
Oh, I'm sure it hasn't.
I'll say, look, if I was on a installer every day, I'd probably take my tools home.
I do. That's why I do it.
And is even though it takes 2 minutes, and at the end of the jobs, everybody's always in a hurry to get in the truck and go. I would take 2 minutes. I don't
even own a tape measure now, dude.
I'd have a checklist in my mind, caulk gun, reds, you know what I mean?
That's missing too.
I'd look through my pouch. I would just get in a habit. That way you minimize, oh shit, it's like I only have my 2 foot level still up in that gutter.
Right.
Or my reds are back there by that outside miter I closed. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. And don't get me wrong. I mean, look how many times I forgot my wallet, dude. I don't deny that a bit.
So, and then I tell them a third thing.
I've been great.
If there's proof that somebody took your tools, if there's something to corroborate it, I will deal with it. But
the only proof that I got, Bob, is that every time I've ever worked with Scott, he has always seen my green flat bar. The last time I worked with him, we were doing rubber roof, and I had nothing but shingle and that tar shit that was on the end of my flat bar. That's how I could distinctly tell that was my flat bar.
That you forgot on his truck.
Well, no, I didn't. No, I never forgot it. It's just last time I worked with Scott, that's what was on it.
I see what you're saying.
That tar looking shit.
From somebody else's green flat bar, that makes it easy to know that one's yours.
Right.
And I get that. That all I know is, man.
And I mean, I remember seeing him having 2 green flat bars.
Yeah,
I don't deny that a bit.
Zero impossibility. And I realize now, you're not saying that maybe Matt intentionally took it. You're saying it accidentally could have grabbed it.
Right. I ain't saying that it was like done on purpose.
Of course not. So, but you
Accidents happen.
You double check.
I thought it was mine. I mean, I had 2, and
You had a long, big old green one like that long.
No, you have one missing.
yeah,
How many do you have right now?
I have 2 now, because the one.
So you have 2 now, but what's missing?
Well, nothing's missing now, because wherever this conversation is because of that one right there, one of mine.
Okay, just give him the one though.
No, it's he went out here and just bought a whole bunch of tools that I really couldn't afford.
Yeah, I told you last night, man, to not.
I needed a tape measure.
Yeah, well, this brings me to another thing, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
And what we're about ready to talk about right now has nothing to do with this situation.
No, go ahead, talk.
We don't have any choice, man. I've been delaying as long as possible. Workload does not support the number of guys we have. And a big blow to our workload. We're finally going to do one. These buildings.
Is that the ones you showed me in
Yeah, this is a top view. All these buildings that in March, on March 4th, they called me to confirm pricing and told me that approximately midsummer, 4th of July range, the first of these would be ready. Then they call back and now it's going to be Labor Day. And then I talked to them, now it's going to be October, and the whole 26 building thing. Then it went down to just 15 this year, 9 or 11 next year. Long story short, 3 or 4 months ago, I thought we were going to do at least a dozen, if not 18 or more of these by the end of this year. We're going to do 2 or 3. This, I don't know if they were just, I don't know how that miscommunication happened, but Matt and Ethan lives by there. I've had Matt drive by there. They've got one built that we're getting ready to do. They got another one that's about a few weeks out, and then they got another one they just poured the foundation on about a week ago. That's it. So, you know, a dozen or more of those big jobs that I thought we would have by the end of this year aren't happening.
Mm-hmm.
And just above and beyond that, we're just experiencing the slowest
I ain't never seen it
fall in my 27 years here.
I've
I'm in my
never seen it.
27th year.
I've never seen it that bad.
I have to lay you off, and I'm.
What about Jason?
Jason will be. He's gonna be. Yeah, I mean, he's not here today to talk to.
I understand. Yeah, I just remember our last conversation about coming in late, and I've been.
Oh, your attendance. You got off to your first month or two. Yeah, your attendance wasn't great, but you did. I know your attendance is greatly improved.
Going the extra mile.
It's not that. Vicente, when he quit, I did okay. I mean, we don't have the work. I'm sending out crews with 3 men on them too often that don't need 3 guys. I'm sending out 2 trucks that are each board's kind of kind of mediocre instead of just one good heavy board, that means the guys going out aren't making as much. It's less efficient for the company. Now you got 2 trucks out there burning fuel and racking up miles.
You do know my unemployment would probably be like $100, right?
I know that. It's $390 gross max.
No, $100. I ain't even made close to that.
Well,
because this ain't the first time I've ever had to do this.
all I can tell you is, obviously you can file unemployment. They'll send me a thing that they always, anytime somebody files unemployment, they send to every employer that guy's worked for the last 5 quarters, a little over a year, the opportunity to, if you want to contest it. Of course I won't. I'll tell them that I laid you off. It was for lack of work. So yeah, that'll make you eligible. I'll pay you for today, and you owe petty cash like $135. I'll just write that off. But I don't have the work. I don't have the work. So I got Scott and Matt and Kyle and Damien. You know, I gotta keep.
And Ethan.
Huh?
You gotta keep Ethan going too, because he's just a little guy. You know what I mean?
Well, he's off for another week or so. I'll worry about him when he gets down the road. But the long story short is, I've been losing sleep over this. I almost did it 2 weeks ago. I almost did it a week ago. When I got the news a couple days ago from this place that confirmation that no, that complex is not taking off, blah blah blah, so I'm not getting near as much work. I mean, I got 1 truck for each day next week, and that's what I got for 10 days from now. Hardly nothing, man. I mean, I just don't have any jobs. And I can't, I can't have a situation where I've got a bunch of guys and nobody's really making any money, because what happens then is I end up with no guys.
No, you were right when I came back the second time, man. You told me right off the bat at the get-go, Ryan, your days of making $1,200 are over with, bro.
Yeah, because when I hired you, I fully expected it to be a normal busy season, and that didn't materialize. And now it's at the point where old man winter isn't that far off. 6 weeks is December.
I know. I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving now.
So,